Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, the second installment of the prequel trilogy hitting cinemas in 2002. After the mixed success of the first prequel film, fans eagerly arrived on opening night to see the film.
These are my people. What a bunch of geeks!
But this excitement over time turned to resentment for the film. With a 56% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, it is fair to say this film is rather low on people's rankings. With some awkward dialogue in places and poor visual effects, it left audiences wanting more. But I'm here to ask and answer the question, is it really that bad? Every time I feel something bad or good happens in the film, I will ding in the top right. And at the end of the video, we'll see what score comes out on top. Let's get into it. Boom! There we go. That is again another massive good point. I'm going to do that for every single Star Wars film because it's amazing.
I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all.
You spoke too soon, Buckaroo. There was no danger at all, man. He's the biggest jinx of all time.
No.
I hate when people die like that. It's the
Yes.
hot take. I don't know. This is my favorite look of Kenobi in the prequels. I'm gonna give it a ding. I like the. Is it a mullet? What is it?
So have you grown more beautiful, I mean. Well, for a senator, I mean.
No composure at all, Anakin. No composure.
I'll always be that little boy I knew on Tatooine.
That's a killer line. That absolutely friend zoned in milliseconds. Not even friend zoned. You've been little boy zoned.
I don't need more security. I need answers.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this whole thing of her not wanting protection is such a bad thing. You've literally just had an assassination attempt on you. You don't want protection. Oh yeah, you think you're built different? No, you're in trouble.
Any activity up here? Quiet as a
So I think we're only 10 minutes into the film and there's already like this happening. It is quite, you know, you're straight into the action.
She covered the cameras. I don't think she liked me watching her.
Anakin's lost all composure. He's been watching her on the cameras in her bedroom. He's moving mad.
I can sense everything going on in that room. Trust me.
It's too risky. Besides, your senses aren't that attuned to my young apprentice.
And yours are.
I do like their back and forth, to be fair. I don't know, like it's a Master and Padawan that's a little bit different. You know, it's not like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan where he was literally just like, yes boss, no boss, 2 times boss. He's got a little bit back and forth. He's got a little bit of attitude. I like it. I prefer it.
I'd much rather dream about Padme. Just being around her again is intoxicating.
I'm sorry, the film's been on for like 5 minutes. Anakin is whipped. He wants to look at the cameras. He's infatuated, intoxicated. Like, it's mad. He's got no composure. He needs to take a deep breath and calm down. I remember people slagging this bit off, but I do like this bit. Like, the design of it. Dropping that in. Is R2-D2 going to notice? I remember being a little kid watching this, being very, very scared what was about to happen to my Padme. But yeah, I would say it's a good point. And now it all kicks off. Genuinely, there's been 2 assassination attempts, and now there's going to be a flying car chase within the first 10-15 minutes of the film. It's an exciting start.
My better young apprentice.
The sound design here as well of the ship, it's like... I can't believe I'm just mimicking ship sounds here, but I know a lot of people might not care for that, but I just remember thinking me back to when I was a kid. I can't lie, so it's going to be a nostalgia point, which is a bit of bias. I'm going to not do as much as that I'm going to be better than that. Get me to that Coruscant Club right now. There's a little bit more world building. Like, look, there's like some sports going on in the background. I like it. It's world building, downtown Coruscant clubs. Get me there.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death
What are...
sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink
Damn,
my life.
Obi-Wan giving some therapy right there for free to the death sticks guy. What are death sticks? I've always wanted to know. But again, I like it. He's at a club. Yeah, of course someone's going to try to sell you drugs. Like, what club is this, though? I can't hear no music. It's actually a very bad club. Oh, hello.
Time you will learn to trust your feelings.
I just feel like, I'm saying this all with hindsight, but surely, I know the Jedi were blinded and what have you, they didn't expect there to be any Sith Lords about, but surely, on the bare minimum, they would have called him out for being a little bit of a dodgy guy. He just got a very dodgy demeanor.
That must be frustrating.
It's worse. He's overly critical, He never listens. He doesn't understand. It's not fair.
I kind of like, a lot of people call that Hayden Christensen's performance, what have you, but I like that he has that quick little snap of his emotions take over him and he gets a little bit whiny, he gets a little bit, you know, agitated, as he did there, when a few seconds ago he was all quite calm and cool, showing that he's got something about him that can switch.
Please don't look at me like that.
Why not?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, bro.
Sorry,
Why are you smiling like that? That is dodgy. That is dodgy as hell. Ugh. Why is he staring her down like that? She just said, don't look at me like that, it's making me uncomfortable. And he just smiles at her as she walks away. So someone lock him up and get on a register. What the bleed hell am I watching? I just like the fact that there's a diner in Coruscant. I just love that little thing. He owns it, it's greasy. Four-armed alien. It's disgusting, but I like it.
So you might say
the love theme
we
coming
are
in.
encouraged.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna give 2 good things now, and there might be more in the future. That song might be my favourite score from Star Wars. Oh, you see him bite his lip? Anakin, he needs to take a breather. Oh my, he is completely... Padme's got him all over the place and bit his lip. Alright, let me know in the comments as well. Do you like Kamino as a planet? I really like it as a planet. It's so odd and just... And I'm thinking of Battlefront 2 when that came out and they revealed it had this map. I was so excited. The ominous line.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I'm giving it a good thing. That is a good line and it's true. Sand is jarring. I'm with you, Anakin. Loads of people slew that line and slew the dialogue. It isn't the best, but Star Wars was never known for great dialogue other than in certain monologues and certain scenes. It isn't the best here, but people get onto it way too much for my liking. A New Hope has worse dialogue. I said it. It is a little bit forced, I'll give you that. Nah, that's a bad thing, because she was clearly saying how uncomfortable he was making her. And it's like a out of nowhere switch. It's like, oh, we want them to fall in love, but I have no clue what would be said here, so let's just make it happen. Alright, I'm gonna give a bad point, yeah, because this scene's worse than any of the other. This is the most boring scene ever. He does all this effort to cut a pear, then feeds it to her. Well, look, we get it, you flirted. We've already seen the flirting. You don't have to go this far. This is boring as hell. Look at this is a good 20 seconds of us watching this pear fly across the room and her nibble on it. And then it picks up out of nowhere. This fight scene is so good. Yeah, Django gets done up here, by the way. You know, Obi-Wan's got a kick on him. Her going with him just makes her so much more vulnerable. You're in, like, Tatooine where it's more dangerous. Ah, here he is. This is the impression I can do really well in Star Wars. Annie? Annie? Little Annie? You are Annie! It is you! Did I do it well? Did I do it well in the comments? Let me know. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ding! That sound design for this is so good. It's such a simple little thing, but the fact that it cuts all the music out, all the sound. That's such a good design. I'm sitting here now, I'm actually thinking like this scene is a little bit dull. I don't know, as like an actual like ship chase where like Obi-Wan's life is on the line. I did watch that and I was a little bit like, all right, let's get on with it now. I know like it's a bit of a nah. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that watching that again. There are bits to it I like, as I did ding positively, but I think it goes on to be a little bit too long, or, you know, we've already had the altercation with them both. Was that necessary? What does it lead to? You know, we've already tracked them to this point. Did they need to have an altercation in space? But it does give us the seismic bombs, which I really did like. So yeah, what do you think?
Where are you going? To find my mother.
That is quite cold. And if you think about the first film as well, the relationship that they had, I thought was actually one of the highlights of it. Like, I didn't remember it being as good as it was, potentially, like their mother and son relationship. But like this whole sequence or this whole section of the film, of his desire to save her and stuff like that, it makes sense, man. It does. It just does.
The banking clan will sign your treaty.
I praise a lot of the looking things in this film, but that looks horrific. CGI or not, that is a terrible design. What the flipping hell was that?
Everything.
I love.
This is actually a better scene than I remember it. I'm actually like watching it. Oh, she dies like that. So, to be fair, that her eyes are open at least. That's actually a better scene than I remember, and it's a good moment in the film. It really is, because it gives more understanding to Anakin and where his mind is at, and how he might turn and has that switch. Look, the music intensifies, and then this. Look. That's the first time we see him lose that control, and he goes mental. I'm finding myself like, I don't know if it is just nostalgia, but this film does pick up at this point, and it is quite an exciting like third act of the film. I mean, the second act is a bit slow. I'll be fair, like be honest. You could remove a few scenes maybe to make it speed up and keep the pacing. But the first act and the third act, like this shift here now, Anakin's done this. I think it's good. I like it.
What's wrong, Annie?
I think people when they watch these films back, when they watched it initially, forgot like how old Anakin is at this point. Like he's still young. He's still in that like very susceptible age. So it makes sense why he'd be acting like this. And I think this scene's acting is better than what people make out to be.
Every single one of them.
I'm sorry, this scene's better than a lot of people hated on this scene, like whining, crying. But I think it's a good performance.
I hate them.
Because he's complete and utter lost it. He's livid. He's angry. He's enraged. It's not like a world-class performance, and he didn't deserve to win awards for it. But to get hated on, I think it was just good.
You must join me, Obi-Wan, and together we will destroy the Sith.
I will never join you, Dooku.
It'd actually be really interesting if they did, like as Marvel have done, a what if series, because say Obi-Wan did join him, or say Anakin did save his mother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just those little moments that could have been so interesting to see where the universe would have went on to, or the story would have went on to. Now, if the CGI was better, this scene, I don't think we'd have any bad points to it. I love this scene. All the different things they've got to contest with.
I'm so confused.
I think the contrast of the two experiences is done well. I actually don't think it ruins it. Whereas in the first film, I feel like those comedic little trickles from Jar Jar didn't feel right in the moment. Whereas this, I think, is fair. Oh, I forgot this bit. That actually makes it even better, because no way they go through all of this without any hiccups, without any injuries. Oh, this guys, this is my favourite scene in all of Star Wars. I said it. This little battle here is the best scene in Star Wars.
I've been dying a little bit each day since you came back into my life.
What are you talking about?
I kind of can get behind the love bit a bit more now. Like, she was holding back for the benefit of him. Now her life's on the line. She now reveals that she was always in love with him. It's just weird to think that they were always in love, because when they first interacted, he was a wee child. She was a child as well, to be fair, but he was a wee child. And they hadn't seen each other ever since that point. So it was a little bit odd. Her reveal here, as her life's on the line, it is more valid than I remember it.
I truly,
Deeply love you.
love you.
I might have seen this film too many times. He didn't even do it, it was Padme.
Then we decided to come and rescue you.
Good job.
Again, I like their back and forth. Alright, everyone in the comments, let me know your favourite animal that comes out here. Is it the bull? Is it this squealy spider cockroach? Oh, the noise of this one. Or is it the tiger? And then he yams him. All three of them get dings. Now, she's actually kind of goated for that.
She can't do that. Shoot her or something.
What's that? That's so bad. Now it's about to really kick off. Here they all are. Mace Windu is so underutilized in these films. I'd love to have seen him go on a mission or two. Do you know what I mean? Again, I don't understand. Is there anybody that doesn't like this sequence? Like, says this is objectively bad? Because I don't get it. I find it's got everything you want, I think. Good action, good little comedy, little bites here and there. But it's the only time you ever see the Jedi do madness, I feel like, in the whole of Star Wars. To this degree of amount of them. Yeah, this guy lost his complete mind. He thought, I'm that guy. I'm going straight for Count Dooku. Here he is, Jango Fett. Forgot they had the Force. He got the ball. As an end to a character, this is like the harshest way to go out, I feel like. There you go, Mace Windu. This is your moment, Samuel Jackson. Bang. Boosh. And then that starts Boba Fett's arc. Do you know what I mean? I think that's good. As a prequel, it's good.
Look.
As much as this is like, oh, what a goated entrance from Yoda and the clones, they could have come 10 minutes earlier. A lot of lives would have been saved. Like, so many Jedis are dead. Oh, it's so good. The two armies, the two different looks of like weaponry and stuff.
What do you think Padme would do was she in your position?
I don't mind the dialogue either. I don't mind that dialogue. That is good little back and forth there. He's letting his emotions override him, but Obi-Wan's brought him back. Like, that is good. He sent something again. Do you not?
Well done,
I feel like it got called out too much, this film, genuinely. And I don't know what my overall score is so far, but there's certain bits that significantly got picked out on. The dialogue, the pacing, things like that. I don't think it's that bad. Of course, it ain't the best film in the world. But as like a Star Wars film as that, it's good. And then you end with a sequence like this as well, man. Watching this back, you can clearly see where Count Dooku's face has been edited on in the sequence, in the fight. Obviously, the actor, I think his name's Christopher Lee, wouldn't have been able to do it. And now, for the main event. Yoda. Look, he takes down Obi-Wan and Anakin pretty much with ease.
Count Dooku.
Now, within all of Star Wars, this is the first time we see Yoda do Yoda. Do you know what I mean? It's the first time we see him go like, oh, that's why you're the master. Yeah, when you look at Count Dooku's face now, it's so bad and obvious. No, this is a decent fight. This, to be fair. Here's the music again. I told you it's goated. Obviously, they get their secret marriage. Oh, that is a. I don't want to look too deeply into the kiss, but I thought that was a very awkward kiss. That should be me kissing Padme. And there we have it. Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, Episode 2 of the prequels. Was it really that bad? A lot of people did say it was bad back in the day. Well, I can reveal from my findings that I thought it was good. Come on, guys. I think it was too harshly criticized in the past. Of course, there were some down bad moments, but there were actually quite a few ups and good moments. Yes, the dialogue was a little bit shoddy in places, but it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Genuinely, let me know in the comments down below. Do you not agree with me? The music, the settings, the action sequences, you know, the actual emotion in certain parts. Anakin losing his mother, how he overcomes that, how he's affected by that. You know, as much as the love between Padme and Anakin felt a little bit forced in places, actually listening to it back, watching it back, it makes sense. Count Dooku, what a villain, you know? I think there were plus points and good points. The little secret mission that Kenobi was on. That's why, at the end of the day, this is a good film, and it got hated on way too much. And if it came out today, people would like it within the Star Wars franchise. Well, thank you so much for coming through to the video. I really do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to Floppylegss, please do right here, right now. I'd really appreciate it. Click the link in the bio, come over and check out other things that I do on my Twitch channel, join the Discord, things like that as well. Thanks for coming on through, and I'll see ya when I see ya.